Hi, and welcome to the first lesson. This lesson is an introduction to computers and to computer hardware and software. As a part of this lesson, our objective is to understand the different components that make up computer hardware and to understand what computer software means. Let us get started. Today, we use computers to perform a lot of tasks. Computers come in a lot of shapes and sizes. A desktop computer, a laptop, and the powerful mobile phones that we use today. We use computers to perform a lot of tasks, ranging from paying bills, for entertainment, the social media, for communication, and so on. A computer is a device that receives input from the user. This can be received via the mouse, keyboard, touchpad, or microphone. The computer then performs processing, calculations, or performs any other thing as instructed and produces output to the user. The output can be either displayed on a screen or be read out as a voice output or as a printed output. Alongside, the computer also stores information in files. The information can be text, audio, video, and so on. Let us try to have a look at the different physical components that make up a computer. Computer hardware is the term that refers to the physical parts that make a computer. Let us try to understand these parts one by one, taking the desktop computer as reference. While trying to look at a desktop computer, the different components that make it are the case, other devices like the keyboard, mouse, and so on. The motherboard is the circuit board, which is a key component of the computer case or tower. The components of the computer, like the processor, memory, and so on, are present on the motherboard. The different parts that are present inside the computer case include the CPU, often called as the chip or the brain of the computer, the main memory, which is responsible for performing instructions. However, the main memory is not capable of storage. Thus, we use a secondary memory, which is made up of either a hard drive or, more recently, devices have solid-state drives for storage. We can also have graphics and sound cards for improved voice and video output. To provide with power for the functioning of all these parts, there is a power supply unit. In addition to these parts that are present inside the computer, we have peripheral other devices like the keyboard, mouse, monitor, etc., which serve as input and output devices. The processor, main memory, and all of these components are on the motherboard. The hardware, that is, all of these parts, run the application. They fetch an instruction and data from the memory and execute the instruction and store the result or display the output as required. In continuation of what we saw earlier, the central processing unit, also called as the processor, controls the operations of all parts of the computer. Input devices like the keyboard, mouse, touch screen, etc. help provide input to the processor. The processor performs the processing as required and generates the result. The result can either be stored in the memory or be shown to the user via screens, speakers, or a printer. Now, how does the computer hardware actually perform any task? Computer hardware executes or performs the instructions that are provided to it. Computer software refers to the instructions that are given to the computer to perform tasks. The software helps the hardware perform tasks ranging from mathematical calculations to self-driving cars. Instructions are given in the form of a program to the computer. We will look in greater detail on what a program is as a part of the next lesson. To summarize, in this lesson, we have had a look at the different components that make up computer hardware, and what a computer software is. As a part of the next lesson, we will look at how computer hardware works internally, how it handles data, and we will have an introduction to what computer programs are and programming languages are. Further, we will also have a look at tools called compilers and interpreters and the need to use them. Thank you.